Next tonight, we continue to keep a pulse on a common frustration for Western New York drivers, our traffic lights.
That's right. For months, we have been looking into some of the worst intersections and the solutions available to sync them up and cut down on your commute time. Last night on 7 News at 6, we told you about a grant our region is hoping to get that would pay for MyoVision technology and sync up all intersections in Erie and Niagara counties. The system could have several positive impacts on drivers, including longer green lights if there's no one waiting for it to change.
But what can this do for our Metro buses and their riders or our emergency crews? 7 News senior reporter Michael Wooten looking into this for us tonight. Hi, Michael.
Yeah, hey, good evening, guys. We talked directly with executives from the company that is behind the technology already installed at hundreds of local intersections, and we learned about the improvements that are on the way. As Western New York works to sync its signals, the new technology being installed at hundreds of intersections is more advanced than you may think.
You're only going to see more and more improvements and more capabilities.
Various systems from MyoVision are being tested now on Niagara Street. First, as a connected corridor with around 24 stoplights that can be controlled remotely during a traffic emergency.
If there's an incident on I-190 that's blocking traffic, we know that Niagara Street is the route that people take.
Like when the Peace Bridge was shut down around Thanksgiving following that incident at the Rainbow Bridge, or the deadly shooting on the 190 a month prior. In both instances, traffic was diverted to Niagara Street, causing backups. But soon, workers at NYTEC will be able to adjust those signals to clear the congestion.
Not only is that going to let traffic flush out, but it's also a safety concern. If you have people who are slamming their brakes on at every signal, you're creating opportunities for collisions.
NYTEC employees who are working 24/7 with just a moment's notice can make this dramatic change.
Absolutely. Yep.
The other dramatic change is with priority control, which has two parts, dealing with emergency vehicles and public transportation. We all know in an emergency, every second counts. With emergency vehicle preemption, an approaching fire truck, for instance, sends a signal. Traffic lights will then change from red to green and stay that way until the vehicle clears the intersection. It can cut down on travel time by up to 40%.
That's the difference between saving a life and getting there too late. So having the ability to drive through a corridor faster and more efficiently and safer without causing any accidents is the #1 priority of emergency vehicle preemption, which is always known as high priority.
The goal is to have this operating across the region in the coming years.
Working with all of the first responders and all of the different organizations, there's over 100 in Erie and Niagara County.
Niagara Street is also the testing ground for transit signal priority. If a Metro bus is behind schedule, it can put in a request, and the green may be extended or a red light shortened to give it a better chance of making up time.
Allows you to give the bus a quicker, faster capability to get where it needs to be.
Like this one.
Like this one.
The critical thing that we can do to get more people on the bus is to reduce the travel time and make sure that the buses are accurate and reliable and on time.
Nadine Chalmers with the NFTA tells me that adds up. Like on the Niagara Street corridor, the agency's busiest, with around 4,000 riders per day on average. How much of a difference can this make?
This can make a major difference for riders. We're talking about savings in the 10 to 20% range in terms of travel time.
And the opportunities don't stop with emergency vehicles and transit.
We even have cities that are looking at doing school bus priority for early mornings and late afternoons when the schools are getting in and coming out.
While testing continues, the region is now in search of federal dollars to help connect other corridors all over Western New York.
In order to do that, you need a lot of money, right? The first step is to try to get this federal RAISE grant to begin the process. Again, they would love, years from now, to have every single signal in Erie and Niagara counties at least communicating. So,
Amazing technology, very interesting.
Yeah.
I know you'll keep track on it.
Hopefully with positive news soon.
All right, Michael, thank you.